Greetings everyone. If you're an investor in stocks, I'm sure you have heard the firm's name Small Case. It's a firm that has revolutionized ETF investing and thematic investments. I'm very happy to host Mr. Anugrah, founder of Small Case, and in this interaction, he talks about all things Small Case. It's a very insightful interaction and I'm sure you'll like it. Please do watch the complete video and please do contact us in case you need any further information.
Small Case was started in the year 2015 by Vasant, Rohan, and Anugrah, who was their senior. All three of them passed out of IIT Kharagpur. First of all, congratulations on great work, Anugrah. Thank you so much for joining me too.
I've always worked in the financial industry. So I've done my master's in economics from IIT Kharagpur, and immediately after the college I joined Nomura. It's a Japanese investment bank, and there I was doing some sort of similar work in the sense that creating thematic baskets and indices, but for institutional clients.
Right.
So we used to work on very interesting ideas, like for example, like I'm not sure if you remember when there was an earthquake in Japan, they had shut their nuclear plants, right? But then some years down the line, the government was again trying to restart the nuclear power plants, right? So what sort of impact it could have on, let's say, some mining companies in Australia who are mining uranium and everything which will shipped to Japan, right? Can we create a basket of these mining companies, and is this something that investors would want to invest in? Right? So, at the same time, a lot of quantitative research also. Right? So these were the kind of things that I was doing at Nomura for almost 2.5 years. Right? And at one point, I started feeling that this actually makes a lot more sense for the retail investors versus the institutional clients who already have so much of tools and bandwidth, let's say, research available with them. Right? Because this is exactly how the retail thinks. Right? The retail never thinks that, oh, I have to invest into this particular company. Right? They always have ideas, they have some thoughts on which probably they would like to take a, let's say, on which they would like to invest, right? So, for example, the retail might think that, for example, currently in India, petrol prices are, let's say, above 100 and all, right? It has become super costly. So, some people might think that, okay, because of this, electric cars will pick up. So why don't I go and invest into some companies which are, let's say, probably a part of supply chain of electric cars. Right? So such ideas or basket creation makes a lot more sense for retail investors. This is how they think, right? So we thought that why not give essentially a product to retail investors, which is sort of something very relatable to them, which they can very easily understand, which is very transparent, right? And at the same time very easy to invest in. And that's how the whole idea behind it. That's how the Small Case was actually started. That was the biggest motivation.
Wonderfully. I mean, I know you have revolutionized for sure the ETF investing and thematic investing for sure. And I personally have invested in a couple of your own ideas, and I'm sure a lot of retail investors are doing the same. So what is the role of Zerodha or Team Zerodha in Small Case? Because I hear a lot about that particular level of engagement, but I just want to understand a little more about that.
So essentially, the way the Small Case works is that in order for anyone to invest into a small case, they need to have a broking and demat account, right? And that's essentially what is required in the equities market in India. For example, you might have to open an account with HDFC Securities or Axis Direct or Zerodha, right, in order to invest into any of these stocks which are listed on Indian stock exchanges. Right? So essentially, Small Case represents a basket of stocks and ETFs, and in order to invest into that, you need to have a broking/demat account with some of the partner brokers with whom we have tied up to make this whole investing journey very seamless for the investors. Right? So in the same process, Zerodha was our first broker partner. Right? So because obviously Zerodha has revolutionized the broking industry. They are currently the pioneers in bringing the technology and everything into the industry. And back in 2016, that's when they were the first ones to essentially provide an open suite of APIs with which, let's say, different products or technology products or different companies can integrate in order to offer solutions to their clients, right? So we
Right.
just took the advantage of that thing, and Zerodha was our first broker partner. And by that, what I mean that when Small Case was opened for the first time in July 2016, all the clients of Zerodha were able to invest into small cases. And then in subsequent years, essentially, let's say we partnered with Axis Direct, NHS Securities, Kotak Securities. Now we are live with almost all the top Indian brokers, right? And whenever we partner with a broker, all the clients who have an account with that particular broker are able to invest into the small cases, right? And Zerodha was the first broker partner with which we actually went live and was the only broker partner for a considerable period of time. Right? So that's
Okay.
how the whole journey began.
Wonderful. Yeah, so both are tech oriented, and I'm sure that would have been a great synergy. Now, you have a lot of strategies, but I know that there are maybe hundreds of strategies that you run. But if you were to broadly classify them into 4 or 5, first of all, is it possible? And if it is, if you could just give us the top 4 or 5 strategies that are right now available on Small Case.
Okay, so I'll just want to give, let's say, one little bit of background in that how small case is created that might help listeners understand the whole thing, right? So
Sure.
it is not that we are creating all these small cases, or we as a company are creating all of these small cases. The small cases are created by SEBI registered entities, right? And we have more than 100 such entities who are creating small cases with us right now.
Right.
And now, given that there are more than 100 entities who are creating small cases, and these are all the big institutional, all the big broking houses, it also includes AMCs, it includes investment advisors, right? So the number of small cases is also in hundreds. Like, for
Right.
example, that there are some small cases which are based on, let's say, corporate governance, some small cases which are based on ESG investing, there are some small cases which are based on, let's say, AI and ML algorithms also, right? So if we have to bucket things into 4 or 5 broad categories, it becomes super difficult. The whole point of a small case is that you are able to find such niche, differentiated ideas and offerings, right? Which is very difficult to find outside most of the
Okay.
time, right? Because generally, let's say if you are investing or following a particular investment style, people will try and bucket them into 4 or 5 categories. There is momentum, there is value, there is quality, 1 or 2 asset allocation, something like that, right? But with a small case, given that there are so many managers who are creating portfolios, right, there are very unique ideas, propositions, and let's say strategies which are available for the investors. So there's a small, let's say, the same, continuing on the same example, if you want to invest into the supply chain of the companies which are involved in the electric vehicle manufacturing, so there is a small case for that also. At the same time, there are small cases for all the traditional strategies plus the niche ones that I spoke about. For example, could be corporate governance, could be finding out, let's say, which micro cap companies have the same set of board of directors, which, let's say, some bigger companies like TCS and everyone have. So there are very niche, differentiated ideas which are available, which investors can invest in.
I like the last one. Very nice. Board of directors, common board of directors. That's a brilliant idea. So I'm sure there are many more brilliant ideas there, right?
Yeah.
So just going a little ahead, what is windmill capital and how it is, or how is it actually different from small case? If you would throw some light on that.
Sure. So, Windmill Capital is essentially one of the managers on our platform. As I
Right.
mentioned, that there are hundreds of managers who are creating these portfolios, what we call as the small cases, right? So, Windmill Capital is also a creator who is creating these portfolios. Right? So, back in 2016, when we had started, we at that point in time we had an internal research team who was creating these portfolios, right? Because we were new, we hadn't partnered with all of these guys who can create portfolios or who are SEBI licensed professionals and everything, right? So, and that team essentially started creating these portfolios and had built actually a very good understanding of the Indian capital markets, how to apply, let's say, quantamental framework or bring very new, let's say, first time ideas to Indian capital markets, and were primarily the managers behind creating small cases for initial 2-3 years.
Okay.
And After that, we decided to, let's say, segregate that, let's say, move that particular research team into a separate company, which is now is called as Windmill Capital, and they are one of the managers on our platform. And most of the popular small cases on our platform are created by Windmill Capital.
Okay. So you that is an investment research arm of Small Case, if I could use this word.
Sure, you can say that it is registered as a research analyst with SEBI.
Okay. Okay. You've registered it. So what are the various strategies right now under Windmill? I mean, something that you want to highlight, and of course, what are your future plans? I mean, is there something interesting in the pipeline?
Yeah, there are lots of interesting things in the pipeline that are coming in. We are actually trying to build a lot of investment ideas or strategies for the first time for the Indian retail market, but I think that's something that we can keep it for some other time.
Right.
Moving to, let's say, essentially, what are the sort of strategies that are created by Windmill Capital? Right? So, currently, Windmill Capital offers two sets of small cases. There are free small cases which are available on our website where you can go and find out these small cases. Then there are premium/paid small cases also, which
Okay.
currently we are, let's say, partnering with different wealth managers in order to offer it to their clients. Right? And those set of small cases is what we call as Windmill flagship small cases, right? So essentially, these are the small cases where we also want to, let's say, be involved a little more in the whole process. Let's say, provide better updates to the investors. Let's say, be more engaged in terms of making them understand how the portfolios are created, what are the benefits of different portfolios, and everything. Right? So one, which is the free model, is more of a DIY model where people can just go find out some portfolio and do things by themselves. Right?
Okay.
A Windmill flagship where, let's say, we are running very certain, let's say, very specific portfolios. Right? These are more involved model where we are available in order to explain what is the product, how we have created it, what is the research which has gone behind it.
Okay. Okay. And so, what is a typical client onboarding process?
So the client onboarding process, if I talk specifically about the Windmill flagship segment, it's completely a digital process and it's super seamless.
Okay.
So and obviously there are certain things that needs to be done in order to follow the laws of the land rights. We will have to capture the PAN number. We will have to
Right.
ensure that the client has understood and signed on terms of services and things like that. But the whole process is completely digital. Client, as a first step, client will have to just give, let's say, their name, email ID, and phone number. As a second step, they will have to, let's say, identify a broking account with which they would be using the small case services, so that, let's say, once they subscribe to the portfolio, they would need to invest also, right?
Correct.
And they
Correct.
would make
Correct.
the whole connect between the portfolio prescription and the investment, right? Very seamless. Right? So the second step becomes giving the broker details by logging in through your broker account. And third step is just selecting a plan and paying for that, and that's it. And the whole process is completely digital. There is no physical paperwork involved at all in the whole process.
That is also because he already has a broking account with your partner, right?
Exactly. Correct.
And that makes things easier for you. So, and also rebalancing and things like that. Is that also automatic?
Yeah, everything is automatic. For example, the rebalancing, which is the biggest part of the whole small case infrastructure.
Right.
Essentially, what happens is that, let's say, a lot of time when the investors invest into a particular portfolio, right? If they are not following a proper review schedule, right?
Okay.
Sometimes it can have very adverse impact on the portfolio also, right? It is not necessary that you have to go and keep on making changes in the portfolio, but there has to be a fixed schedule. There has to be a system or a process with which you are approaching investing, right? So what rebalancing essentially means is that every small case, right, once it is available, right, has a fixed rebalancing schedule. It means that at a fixed interval, could be monthly, could be quarterly, the small case is again reviewed by the manager. End to end, the whole process is again followed, which is, let's say, universe creation, going to the research, putting in the filters, checking if what's happening with each and every company, which is a part of the small case, right? And then seeing if there are any changes required or not. Right? So this process of continuously reviewing the portfolio at a fixed interval is called as rebalancing.
Right.
And let's say if an investor is invested into a small case, right, and at the end of the quarter there is rebalancing, and as a part of the rebalancing, two stocks goes in and two stock comes out of the portfolio. Right? So this directly goes as an update to the investor. He will receive an email from his broker directly or a notification on the app, and he just needs to let's say review the update, press a button, and the update gets applied on his portfolio.
Okay. Okay. But the issue that I foresee is, I mean, let's say if I don't have an account or a bank broking account with one of your partners, so is there a way in which I can get onboarded at all?
So currently that is not available because but the good part is that we have almost tied up with all the prominent brokers which are out there,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
So whether it is Zerodha, Upstocks, Angel, Kotak, HDFC, then Axis Direct, then Edelweiss, then IIFL, then 5paisa. We are also in process of onboarding a lot more, whoever is remaining, right? So we are already covering 90 to 95% of the market in terms of
Okay.
people where they have an account with, right? But if they don't have an account with, in the process itself, they can actually pick some of the brokers that we have listed there and select them and directly open an account with them, because
Okay.
most of these brokers support a completely digital account opening process. And let's say, as I told you, there are three steps. First is you give your name, email ID, phone number. Second step is where you are linking your broker account. So if you don't have a broker account, on that step itself, you can pick a broker with which you would like to open an account. And that broker will keep on following up with you to get your account completely opened in a digital manner, because we only highlight the brokers who have or who support digital account opening process.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And once that account is open, then you can follow back from the second step.
Okay. Oh, interesting. I mean, I didn't know of that. Now, what is the process for these RAs onboarding? I mean, do you have if I'm an RA who's got a license and some idea, can I just get onboarded, or you have a selection process there?
No, so there's as such no selection process, because if SEBI is saying that you are allowed to give advice, who am I to say that you are not
Right,
allowed to give
right,
advice?
right.
So essentially, we provide all the tools and infrastructure that is required for an investment advisor to run his business. So that on our website, they can just come, fill a form, drop an email, and then someone will get in touch with them and help them completely on board. And again,
Okay.
everything there is also almost 90% is completely automated. And then you will
Mhm.
have your small cases that you can create. But the one thing which is a must is that you need to be registered with the SEBI and should actively be following all the rules and regulations which are prescribed by the SEBI. That is something that we ensure from the SEBI.
So it's like a Flipkart of RAs, or a marketplace for RA. Is that the right way of thinking about it?
Not right now, because we don't. Let's say we don't suggest that this is a good RIA, that is a bad RIA. You cannot
Okay.
compare different RIAs and things like that. Right? You can probably say that this is a place where RIAs can come to completely digitize their existing workflows, right?
Okay.
Because currently also these RIAs are serving their clients, right? But for example, they might be sending an Excel sheet to their client with some recommendation. The client might be separately going to his broker, executing those trades, then sending the contract notes back to the RIA, where he
Absolutely.
might do some reconciliation. And if you put rebalancing into the picture, everything becomes a mess, right?
Right.
And I'm not even getting into, let's say, agreement signing, then billing, then those subscription cycles, then let's say
Correct.
constant communication, right? So there are so many pieces in an advisory business, right? But if
Mhm.
the RIAs are working with us, everything gets streamlined, everything gets digitized, and they would be able to, let's say, smoothly work with their clients, and actually the client's investment journey will become super efficient and digital.
And the reporting bit, I mean, how does the reporting happen for the
Uh,
client? So if I've
cl-
invested, yeah.
So if a client has invested, he can, irrespective of which particular investment manager the client has picked or which small case he has invested, he can always download the small case app, which is available on Play Store. And
Okay.
all the portfolios, let's say, across different advisors or different managers that he has invested into, he will be able to see a consolidated view there itself.
And the exits, I mean, while rebalancing is initiated by the investment manager, but what about the exits? Can I decide to exit anytime that I want to?
So essentially, there is no initiation done by an manager or an advisor at no point in time. Right?
Okay.
They're two completely separate things. That one is an let's say prescription or a research that is coming to the user, then the user is acting on that. They're completely decoupled. At no point in time anything will happen automatically.
Okay.
Even if there is any prescription by the small case manager, right, the user will receive it, and if the user wants to apply it on the portfolio, he will be able to apply it. It's up to the user. Similarly, even if there is no update that is received from the small case manager, a user is always free to invest a little more, let's say sell something from the small case, or do a partial exit, or set up a SIP. All of these actions is what an investor can take by himself.
Okay. So he has no ways to, in a way in which he can contact the advisor. Is that right?
No, he can definitely contact the advisor. We provide the name, email ID, details, and everything. So, and he would be able to directly contact the advisor.
Okay.
And at the same time, there is a mechanism for them to directly chat with us also on the app. And if there are any issues that they need to highlight or something that they want to put on, they can always reach out.
Okay. Okay. So it's essentially a lot of technology and also research behind. I mean, you also have built a technology platform for registered investment advisors, and also have created a research team that can also churn out newer small cases for many investors. Is that right way of putting things?
Yeah. So essentially, primarily two problems. Right. First one, with which we spoke, that the products in which retail investors needs to invest, they should be completely transparent, they should have more control, and the process of investing should be smooth. Right? With which the whole idea of a small case was born, and we started the basket and thematic investing journey from there. Right? And once we started that, on the other hand, we noticed that the whole capital market in India is very fragmented. Okay? I will go to my advisor or research analyst, read something, then go to my broker, execute something on the basis of that, then go to money control to probably create my portfolio and track it from there, right? Then send some contract notes to the advisor. Advisor does a rebalancing. I follow the same process again, go to 3 different places and update everything. And after 2 quarters, I'll be like, I don't want to do this.
Correct, right? Absolutely.
Yeah. So when we thought that, okay, we are giving the transparent products, or let's say if we are saying that the best way to go about investing is creating a portfolio and executing, right? We at the same time also need to smoothen out the process for the investor. Right? And that's why we do whatever we do. That at all points in time, the investing journey for a retail investor in India should be completely smooth and very easy. Right? So for that, we realized that, okay, there are a lot of managers who are creating such portfolios, which essentially are small cases, right? So why don't we get them onboarded onto the platform, and also at the same time gives user a seamless experience where the discovery of the portfolio or the manager, investing in the portfolio, tracking the portfolio, rebalancing the portfolio, and the communication with the manager happens on one single platform very seamlessly for the client.
I'm sure you achieved substantially. I mean, I'm sure you're also, if I could use a word, revolutionize again. At least for me as an mutual fund distributor, I can see that there's a lot of changes that I would have essentially thought, but actually you have implemented. So, what is your favorite strategy? This is my last question. What is your favorite strategy of Windmill or any other small case provider? I mean,
sure. I would definitely tell that, but before, obviously, that there is the disclosure that this is not a recommendation or prescription in any format. So I tell two small cases of portfolios. One which is a free small case which is available to everyone, and one which is a part of the Windmill faction. Right? The free small case which is available to everyone that I like a lot, and I have personally invested also, is all weather investing. It's an asset allocation portfolio where there are 3 ETFs. 3 asset classes through 4 different ETFs. So through one single portfolio, a client can invest into equity, debt, and gold all together. Right? And every quarter, we keep seeing that what should be the ideal allocation of this strategy.
Okay.
It's as simple. It's super simple. That if you don't want to take a lot of risk, you want a portfolio that works in all market conditions. You don't want to worry about whether markets are going up, markets are going down. When should I put my money? When should I withdraw money? Right? If you want a smooth investing journey, this is the best product or ideal product for you. Right? Okay. It has been offering an CAGR return of upwards of 10%, while ensuring that the portfolio is super smooth and there is not much volatility.
Correct.
So this becomes like, according to me, like this is probably the best or ideal product for anyone to start their investment journey. The other small case, which is a part of the Windmill flagship offering that I like a lot, is the dividend smart beta small case.
Right.
So it is essentially a collection of stocks that have been consistently increasing their dividends, and they are weighted in through a quantitative algorithm that ensures that the drawdowns and everything is minimized while ensuring that the risk reward ratio, let's say reward to risk ratio, is maximized. Right. So,
Okay.
so we select a set of small cases that have consistently been giving good dividends or increasing dividends. At the same time, we also ensure that these stocks are all large cap stocks. So we only select top 150 stocks. On top of it, we apply a lot of fundamental technical filters, and at the end, essentially, we weigh them in a manner that maximizes the Sharpe ratio of the portfolio or minimizes the drawdowns of the portfolio. Right. So it's a very good mixture of fundamental and quantitative approach of investing. So anyone, let's say, who wants to invest into large cap universe, right? Especially people who wants to put in some big checks where liquidity might become an issue, right, or is a concern. This portfolio becomes an ideal portfolio, and we have seen that it has been offering very good return, upwards of 16% CAGR.
That's excellent.
Yeah, so these are the two portfolios that I would say I really like.
That's great insight, Anugrah. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sure the viewers will like it, and if there are any further questions, I'll be more than happy to take it, and maybe I'll put it across to you and reply back to them. And thanks again for joining, and all the best with whatever you're doing. And I'm sure it's going to change a lot many more things in India for sure.
Thanks a lot, Anand. Thanks a lot for having me. And I think it's amazing the work that you are also doing. And I think all of us together have to serve the retail investors and ensure that whatever products and services are offered to them are completely transparent and at the same time digital and given in a manner that it's actually easy for them to invest in.
Absolutely. The journey should be smooth. I get that. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Anand.